Good morning, guys. It's Bunmi here, and I've got something powerful that I really want to share with you this morning from my mentor Bob Proctor's book, The Art of Living. It's like 5:20 in the morning. I'm up really early this morning, working on getting some things done. And early rising is a really good success habit to cultivate. But I got something I want you to listen to. This is from the chapter Money is a Magnifier. And I want you to really listen to what Bob has to say because when I put out posts that have to do with money and the receiving of money and the affirming of wealth, I get a lot of engagement. So I know that being in a more prosperous place is something that's on most people's minds. But most people don't know what they don't know. And so you've got to be a seeker of knowledge and wisdom to learn what you don't know about money and the attraction of it. But listen to this. There's only one problem in the world, and that is ignorance. And remember, this is Bob Proctor talking at one of his seminars. The only problem in your company is ignorance. The only problem holding people back is ignorance. People just don't know. And they don't know in most cases. I found that to be true. Most people think they know, but they don't know. And they don't know, they don't know. As we go through these classes together, you're going to find that your life starts to shift. All you're going to do is open up and become more aware. You may not even know what that means right now, but I promise you, you keep studying with me, you come into my coaching, you'll really get a grasp of what it means to become more aware, more consciously aware, and to open up. And it's like, oh, light bulbs go on, and things that are said that mean nothing to you or not much to you right now just take on a whole new, more powerful meaning that you can apply to your life. So look at what Napoleon Hill said. This is so good. When money comes in quantities known as big money, and I know you want big money, it flows to the one who accumulates it as easily as water flows downhill. Well, isn't that awesome? And shouldn't you get excited about that? Yes, because we've been taught and conditioned and programmed that it's a struggle to make money. It's a struggle, especially to make lots and lots of money. But please believe the man, believe these men who know more in this area than you because they've lived it many, many years ago, some hundreds of years ago. When big money comes, it flows to the one who accumulates it as easily as water flows downhill. There exists a great unseen stream of power, which may be compared with a river, except that one side flows in one direction, carrying all who get into that side of the stream onward and upward to wealth. And the other side flows in the opposite direction, carrying all who are unfortunate enough to get into it and not be able to extricate themselves from it downward into misery and poverty. Which side do you want to be on? You get to choose. Every person who has accumulated a great fortune has recognized the existence of the stream of life. It consists of, listen, it consists of one's thinking process. He didn't say it consists of being in real estate. It consists in being in network marketing. It consists of being in insurance. It consists in being in cryptocurrency. It's not about what you do. It's about how you do it. And he says it consists of one's thinking process. The positive emotions of thought form the side of the stream that carries one to fortune. Let me say that again. The positive emotions, the what? The positive emotions of thought Form the side of the stream that carries one to fortune. I can remember when I would have read that and it didn't mean much to me. Now that I am more open and my awareness has grown, this means so much to me. So good. The negative emotions form the side that carries one down to poverty. This carries a thought of stupendous importance to the person who is following this with the object of accumulating a fortune. That would be me. Hopefully, that would be you. If you are in the side of the stream of power that leads to poverty, this may serve as an oar by which you may propel yourself over into the other side of the stream. You can get out of the lack and limitation and get on what me and Andre Vaughn call the other side of the money. It can serve you only through application and use. That means you can't just hear my words. You can't just read it in this book. You've got to get into action on what he's saying right here. It can only serve you only through application and use. Merely reading and passing judgment on it one way or another will in no way benefit you. Poverty and riches often change places. Poverty may and generally does voluntarily take the place of riches. When riches take the place of poverty, the change is usually brought about through well-conceived and carefully executed plans. Poverty needs no plan. It needs no one to aid it because it is bold and it is ruthless. Riches are shy and timid. They have to be attracted. Let me say this again for the people in the back and even for the people in the front. Riches are shy and timid, and they have to be attracted. How are you doing with the attraction factor of attracting riches? They have to be attracted. We want to focus on big money. We want to get ourselves in the flow of big money. You hear what he said? Focus on big money. Somebody told you in the past that focusing on money wasn't a good thing, that maybe it was an evil thing. And maybe you listened to those people who were telling you wrong, telling you things that were going to keep you on the side of poverty. But we want to focus on big money. We want to get ourselves in the flow of big money. We want to start talking about big money. Me and my girlfriends, we love talking about big money. I talk a lot about money. Remember, this is the great, awesome, late great Bob Proctor, who passed this February the 8th of 2022. I talk a lot about money, trying to provoke people to think about it in the right sense. But know this, money is a magnifier. That's all it is. Earning a lot of money doesn't make you a better person. It makes you more of what you already are. It makes you more of what you already are. If you are a nice person, you'll become a nicer person. If you're not a nice person, you'll become unbearable. Money enables you to do more of what you love to do. Isn't that exciting? What do you love to do? Well, you get big money and you'll be able to do more of what you want to do. Yes, yes, yes. That's a good feeling. That's really what it's for. Money does only two things. One, it's used to make you more comfortable. You deserve to be more comfortable, regardless of what you thought or anybody has told you in the past. Yes, you deserve to be more comfortable. And the more comfortable you are, the more effective you become. Yes. Less stress, more effective, more comfortable. Like you just work better. You have a clearer mind. Clarity of mind helps you work better. And two, it enables you to extend the good you do far beyond your physical presence. For example, I have a nonprofit. We are bringing clean water to people in villages and places where they have to walk far to get water in parts of Nigeria. We are sponsoring kids into academic programs through outside of school that cost money, and we need to raise money for that. Well, a lot of people in their heart wish they could give, but they don't have the money. But if you had the money and you were able to give, and if you were able to give a lot, guess what that would do? That would do good far beyond your physical presence. You're not in Nigeria. You can't work with those children. But if you could send your money, you could do so much good outside of your physical presence. Where does money come from? Listen up to this. Where does money come from? From the infinite. Where does anything come from? Think about it. You think money comes from your job. It does not come from your job. It comes through your job. So where does money come from? From the infinite. Where does everything come from? Think about it. Money's just paper. That's all it is. Paper with ink on it. It's as useless as old paper, old newspaper until you go and use it. Physical paper isn't money. It represents money. Money is an idea. All the money in the universe is available to you, but you've got to attract it. Let me say this again because you may not have heard it. All the money in the universe is available to you, but you've got to what? Say attract it. Attract it. It has to be earned. The only people who make money are people in jail, in the mint, or on their way to jail. Everybody else earns it. Is that simple? There's nothing complicated about this. It's all rather simple if we stop and learn it. Let me finish with this last paragraph. Think of it this way, and this is going to a kind of a different subject, but it's still about keeping your mind in the right place for the better attraction of money. Think about it this way. If you start your day off right, thinking optimistically, odds are pretty good that it will stay right. On the flip side, if you start your day off wrong, thinking negatively, odds are good it will stay wrong. You can be pretty certain that you won't be very far into your day and somebody's going to try and ruin it. They're going to give you bad news. Maybe you'll look at the newspaper and see something bad. Turn on the television, bad news. Someone will try to disturb you. They're not consciously and deliberately trying to do it. That's their way of life. That's how they live. If you listen to them, you're going to be off track. You must get on the right track. For the attraction of money, you must get on the right track. You must get into the right side of the stream where it's flowing onward and upward with the positive emotions that you choose onto wealth. That's the way it is with money. And Bob ends with this. And I'm ending with this. I want you to visualize it. Put that image on the screen of your mind. I want you to visualize it. Build that picture of the river in your mind. Wow. Just thought of something. One side is carrying you toward what you want. The other side is carrying you away from what you want. One side is taking you to wealth. The other side is taking you to poverty. And you get to choose. If you love this type of information and wisdom, but don't just want it to remain knowledge, but you want it to be actionable in your life, check out my website, empowermenow.com. That's empower with an I. Empowermenow.com. And schedule a free 30-minute strategy session with me. You'll be really glad you did. Or you can text me directly, 980-888-2000. Well, I hope you've enjoyed these last 15 minutes of learning some more about money as a magnifier. You deserve all the money that you want, and it's all available to you. And remember, as my slogan says, you are more powerful than you know.